You're listening to the Brunch Buddies Podcast.
With champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
Hi, gang, buddies, friends.
Yeah,
this is the Brunch Buddies Podcast. I'm Brad.
I'm Santi Empanadas. What's going on?
About to open the champagne. It's a National Mimosa Day, I think, today. I know it's not going to matter because it's a week from now, but
Yeah, I don't think I can. Let's just.
let's get on to the obvious. We have our guest today, Usama Siddiquee.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Welcome, man. Thank you. Should I thank you for coming at this point? Because not only was he late, but I shit myself. Like, that doesn't...
I just want to say, first of all, that I just want to thank you guys. Really having me on, you know?
Dude, thank you for being on.
No, thanks for being here, man.
Brad shit himself.
I don't think there'll be any topics today but this.
I mean, he's just excited for me to come.
I don't even know what happened. He just got up to the bathroom and he said,
Woo!
"Woo."
All right,
That's the
continue.
second thing Brad's popped today.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound he made when he sharted.
All right, so actually, listeners, Brad's actually shitting on his. He's sitting on his own shit stain right now. He's actually,
You're gonna take that fucking chair with you and clean it.
I might burn it for you.
I
That might be better
I
off.
honestly thought it was a joke you guys were telling me. Like, I walked in, you're like, Brad shit himself. Classic stock lines, classic comedians, dude. Good lines.
Good setup. Good
Good
setup.
setup.
I sniff a little bit, and I'm.
It smells like poop.
Oh my god.
How can you just give
Can
us
I
the
give
step
you
by
the play?
step?
Can I give you the play-by-play? Okay. So we just before you got here, we put in the order for Seamless for everyone to get food. By the way, we made like 4 orders because Santi thought I ordered everyone food, but I just ordered myself and him.
Yeah, he's a selfish guy.
And myself as asshole. And so we put the order for food. I'm like, oh, and I was looking at the Seamless menu. I go, oh, let's get chili cheese fries. Like, this would be great. I'm hungover. This is perfect. And he's like, yeah, put the order for that. So we put it in, get the food. I house like probably half of it because I'm so my head was pounding. And I had a wrap on top of that. And, you know, we're all hanging out. You're not here yet. Yeah. And I don't know. Like, I just... As I was describing before, if you've ever had that kind of fart, and I know this is going to get really, like,
I'm Bangladeshi,
fart
man.
jokes
I know
related.
every type of fart possible.
Okay, so the fart felt like a helium, like a balloon, like blowing up in my pants. Like, I've had that before, and it's just a fart. But this time, I like waited for it to happen, and it kind of just subtly went. And I go, huh, that didn't feel like a fart. And then I just kind of tapped the bottom, and I go, that feels a little heavier than normal. That's not my sack. And I literally get up, I go and sit down on the toilet while you walk in the door, and I scream, yup, shit myself. I shit myself, guys.
I'm just excited to tell every female comic what happened.
I can't wait for no one to sleep with me. Still,
Dude, the fact that you're talking about it, you're owning the fact that you...
No, it's a badge of honor.
It fucking is.
So this is the Brad Shit Himself podcast with Brad Shit
Are we changing the
Himself
title now?
and-
Yeah,
We're just ironically drinking mimosas, callers of the
It's-
Brunch Buddy, but truly it's called the Brown Boxers. Is that what we're gonna call it? Brown
Yeah.
Boxers Podcast.
Oh my god.
So Brad is in kitty boxers right now. And
They're only kitty boxers because Santi only shops at Baby Gap. So.
Dude, those are the biggest boxers I have.
Wow. Let the viewers know my waistline.
I don't just bring that Sandy small. I think you're just huge, man.
And I thought I had a big dick, but I don't know, dude. You have girls like he made
I am of the average persuasion, if you will.
Yo, okay, I don't think you can shit yourself and then say I have a big dick.
You're not allowed to. I think immediately you're allowed. You're not allowed to say.
If
Like,
you shit yourself in front of a girl, no amount of dick is gonna save that. Like,
No.
No.
I know I just sharted, but these 8 inches though, huh?
oh my god.
that's hilarious.
So, oh my god. This is gonna carry on the whole podcast. I feel like we're not gonna even talk about.
Now
what we
let's
wanted to
have you ever been at an open mic and thought to yourself like, I may just like shit my pants?
Dude, I've had what happened to me physically, I've had emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and like, dude, I've seen Bangladeshi orphans in Bangladesh like shit themselves, right?
Yeah.
But it was more classy than what happened here. I don't know. Like, how they would be like, really, Brad? Put yourself together, okay?
I honestly think that there will. I think I set a tone to myself. There will never be a bomb that will make me feel worse than shitting your pants.
then the bomb you just had.
Yeah, literally. I think that though. First of all, I will actually light those shorts on fire. I wore those shorts for you, by the way. I had the gray shorts because this motherfucker at an open mic was laughing for not even at my set. He's just like, he's wearing shorts.
I just kept saying it. I was like, yo, you're in
It-
shorts.
the fact
And
that
I
He's
own
wearing
the.
shorts.
Not only am I
On
owning
stage.
shorts, I'm owning the fact that I shat myself.
Yeah, Brad, you're
Two
just
medals.
you need to you gotta have a sitcom, dude.
Yeah.
There should be something like the Brad Show where you just like wear short.
Or every punchline of the show is him like, I just shit my pants, honey. I just shit my pants. And everyone's like, Brad.
Not
Brad,
again.
not again.
What?
We'll be right back.
Oh my god, that's just. But I will say that when I take a shit before I do my set, it's like I do a lot better.
Wait, what?
Wait, if I
You
take
do a lot better. Is that what happens? Because I don't feel like I'm doing better right now. I feel like
No, I'm not saying.
I'm taking myself down every
no.
day.
No, but
You're
like
being as
I'm
funny as possible.
I'm just saying going like to the bathroom like a person, like properly take a shit.
Oh, thank you.
Not just like just out of the blue. Let's fart. And
Why didn't you stop me? That's my question. Like I ordered the chili cheese fries. Go. Yeah, good choice, buddy. Good choice. Glad
The show
that we
has
picked
been
it.
sponsored by adult diapers.
It depends, you know. It's oh god.
Yeah, but
Oh
I
my
do
God.
feel that like the doing number 2 before you do your set. Oh, cell phone.
Caller? We got a caller. We
me
got
see.
a caller, guys.
Who's that?
It's your sister.
Oh no, don't stop that because I don't want to.
Check out Real Dreams.
Yeah,
this is a
Real
great
Dreams.
plug-in for your sister's
Yeah,
movie.
the movie. It's coming out very soon.
I think after this podcast, my parents and my sister will refuse to listen to anything I say anymore.
Oh my god.
Because I'm just openly a giant child. I own the title man-child now. Like, I'm just going to start buying, like, applesauce, peas mushed up. I'm going to buy all that shit,
dude.
man.
So let's segue into why stand-up comedy.
Why don't we ask me why I'm
Wow.
doing stand-up? Because I don't think at this point it doesn't even matter why he's doing it.
I just want to say sorry to all the third world orphans out there who are actually shitting their pants because they have no food and water and they have dysentery. Just be okay that there's actual white people doing it too. So it's like, it comes first. Once you become so white, you do the same thing actual third world orphans do. You just come full circle.
It doesn't matter what your status is.
You know,
it's just
no, I will say this: when homeless people shit themselves, you don't laugh. But when people like me who actually live in like my own apartment, have a job, and he shits himself, it's just as comical.
well,
It's
the
like,
fact
so
that there is
he's
a
fuck up too.
the fact that there is a bathroom like literally like 2 steps
Right.
next to you.
How do you shit your pants in a studio apartment?
Like even if you feel
That's
like
the
a little
question.
fart sensation coming up your leg, like you got to be like, I may just fart with my pants down, let's give that a try.
But that's how rich I am. I'm not gonna be bothered to walk 2 steps.
Do you want to just put me on the roast show next month? It's
Oh
no
my
one but me
God.
just sitting there. It's like, let's just talk about how you shat your pants.
Oh my
for
God.
30
Listen,
minutes.
I-
With
a
a
picture-
bathroom like 2 steps next to you.
I'm gonna twisted your butt to the left and made the toilet. Like, that's how fucking.
Oh,
sad
this is so good. This is so good.
Oh my
Thanks
God.
for doing this, Brad.
Oh,
You
thank
really,
you so much, guys. I don't know who to thank. Thank you, Mom, for not properly
I'm
training
gonna
me to
call
go to
my
the
mom
bathroom.
right now.
Tell her you love her.
No, that one of my friends shit in his pants. And I'm gonna see like what she says.
She's gonna be like, well, there's diapers for that.
You know what's funny? I'm reading the lineup of things we have to talk about, and it says weirdest show. This is definitely the weirdest podcast
Just
we
throw
will
it all
ever
away.
do.
We have one thing in
Yeah.
our program.
When we think about booking him, I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be so natural. We're just gonna just flow, do bits. And it's
didn't
like
know
I
how
shit myself
natural.
and I just make the bit
Like-
for the rest of the night. Like,
Okay, when I said natural, I didn't mean actually. go
yeah,
natural, like,
this is organic.
This
guys.
is like way too organic. To this
maybe not
point.
what I ate, but what I did. Very
very
organic.
organic.
This is some caveman shit.
Stop. I'm so alone.
No,
in this
dude.
world.
I've been like I've done that before when I was
I'm
12.
not sure if you're gonna hear my mom on this. This is gonna,
All right, let's bring her up.
can you hear that?
Yeah.
Levels kicking up.
Levels.
Yeah.
Hold it up a little bit.
Right?
I love how you don't have your mom's number saved.
Yeah, it's weird. We're going through some rough patches. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, she's busy banging my dad probably. They bang. They have a healthy bang.
So
life,
that's
too.
definitely you saying that you've seen your parents. That sucks.
No, they've told me to join in sometimes. And I'm like, Mom, it's a school night. It's a school
That's
night.
a sitcom right there.
Okay, not tonight.
Yeah,
but-
that's fine. That would have been funny. To
I want to
just-
like just go call my mom and tell her that like this is the one time you don't have to be proud of me.
Now I would be even more proud of you. If I was your
Shit,
if
that's
I was your
ridiculous.
mom, I'd be like, way to go, son.
That sums up my set last night. There was 3 people there, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah?
this is gonna be.
Where at?
I did the Truth Be Told show,
Oh shit, yeah.
and it was like it was all the comics and maybe 4 audience members, maybe. and I was doing crowd work on another comic, not
Oh.
it was
Another comic. Oh my
now I don't
God.
know.
And I didn't know.
Dude,
No,
what
I
did
didn't.
he
I didn't know
do?
because I didn't know. Like, it was just me.
Was he like, I hope you shit your pants tomorrow? And you're like, fat chance, idiot.
No, he actually. He was actually a pretty good sport about it. I mean, but I literally just. If that didn't make me hate myself a little bit, this definitely summed up the whole weekend for me.
Dude, I would fucking embrace the fact that you.
I mean, I am. I'm talking about it on a live podcast that's going to go up next weekend. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
I'll make it through the week. I might not have a job. Who knows? But
You will have a
I'm
job.
Do you have a shit your pants story? I feel like we should like.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
segue.
no, let's do the same. No, actually, this I didn't actually. I pissed my I peed my pants hard. Like I was
Hard?
hard.
Peeing your pants hard means you shit your pants.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you can't. If you pee your
It
pants
was
hard,
like
that means
peeing
that
my
it was so
pants.
hard that you actually let loose
Yeah.
like two.
oh, you know when you're
Holes.
laughing like.
I was like, it's like peeing your pants, but like beyond.
Yeah. This was like I let go. You never let go when there's little pee coming out because once you let go, they just the bladder just like.
Yeah.
And I was going home after a night of drinking with my friends, and I was like, oh, you know what? I started laughing about this joke that they told. And,
no.
and then I'm like, but I do have to go pee, and I was like, maybe I'll just pee a little bit.
Oh,
and it was just
Maybe
like,
Wait, hold on. Stop the story. Where do you get off where you're just like, I should pee a little bit?
yeah, I was like, yeah, let's just be natural.
It's
Let's
the
just go with the
1%.
flow.
It's the 1% kind of thing.
So you
man.
took the leap by saying, I'll just piss a little.
Well, it was like I was laughing and then like a little pee came out, and I was like, "Oh, that's weird," but like it's not like
Yeah,
there's a
just
lot.
a little bit.
And then it just started like pouring, like,
Oh.
and I was just like, I got home.
Please tell me. Wait, please tell me it at least leaked a little bit. They're like,
Yeah, no, there's my shoes were all covered in like,
Wait. So you thought you were gonna pee a little bit and then stop the
and
stream?
it was impossible to stop.
Wait, no. But why would you want to pee just a little bit? What is
Well,
that?
because I
That's
was
what I'm
like,
saying. Like, what was the motive to say if I just piss a little bit?
yeah, maybe I don't know what
my
I was,
friends would like me more. Like, why?
No, I
They'll
was.
be-
Is that being more comfortable
like,
in your own
listen,
skin?
They'll be so proud of how powerful my sphincters are. Like when they see how powerful my urethra is, they'll be all like, "Dude,
I thought
we
I
should
could
invite him
hold
to
it.
all the parties."
And this is the saddest thing. I was by myself, right? I was like, it was like I was walking from the bar to my place.
Okay. I thought you were like, "Yo, check this, guys, check this
No,
out."
no, that
All
would never-
Check how fucking powerful my dick is. All right, like.
And this
Like, yeah, I know you got length, but I got these muscles. All right, check this out. Like, oh
and
my God.
I was trying to hold it. I was like, okay, just like
Well,
laugh a
clearly
little.
you were not trying to hold it. That's not a thought that you ever had.
Dude, and it was horrible. I get home and then I put my pants like, I get home. It was late, and then the next day my mom was like, "What the fuck happened to your pants?" And you're like
What the fuck happened?
And it was just like everything was just like smelled like homeless, like a hobo, just
That's your bathroom right now, actually.
yeah.
Homeless smells.
Brad. Oh Jesus Christ. But that's probably the most like horrible
That was
thing
my
that I've
second
done.
shit of the day, by the way. Within like 24 hours. That's not good. That I have to be not eating something well.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
Is that a moment of silence for my
Brad's butt,
dignity
yeah.
or my pants? I don't
Oh my
know.
God.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah,
What you
let's
got?
So one time in kindergarten. Right?
Oh no! Don't hire.
No, it's good. Though. Story's good.
Okay.
So it was in kindergarten, and it was during blocks time. You know, everyone was playing with blocks and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
right? So I go to the teacher. She's like this huge white chick named Miss Palumbo, right? And it's like, why are you fat and named Miss Palumbo? You know what I'm saying? Right? So I was like, Miss Palumbo, I gotta go poop. And she's like, no, it's blocks time. There's no one going poop. And I'm like, I have to go.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you stay in class. This is blocks time. And so I'm like, okay, motherfucker. And I straight up turned around and I just shat. Straight up. I just went like,
Explosive?
what?
Was it explosive?
It had all the elements. It had explosive, watery, hard, that I had to really push out and really devote to, right? Really commit to the bit. Then I had to, and then I also did like the watery, bubbly, all three. Like it was like the, it was
Oh,
like this-
the bubbly
it
one.
was like the history of shit, you know, just like in one. And I did it, and then she's like, "Okay, you can go to the bathroom."
What a bitch!
Like, okay, all
Okay,
right.
I give him.
Yeah.
It's like you almost got like the
Yeah.
applause. It's like good for you. You really
It's like,
stuck
it's like,
to
it's
it.
like, it's like,
Really put your time in.
it's like, don't punch me. Okay, fine, you can punch me. Like,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
but yeah, that was
But you were let's just say that he was probably 6.
Yeah, I was 6.
But in your defense though, when I my
And
story.
I was doing it for the people. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it as like a revolutionary.
And that's the moment when you realize stand-up was like, I need to do stand-up comedy and go to a fucking podcast where we're gonna
No, but like to this,
reincarnate your
right.
shit.
Hey man, I know I'm Indian, but you don't gotta fucking. But I to this day, I don't think I've made a funnier punchline happen. You know what I'm saying? Like the twist. That's the funniest punchline.
It's just
you know?
forcing yourself.
Yeah.
To shit. Like you could have held it in. You're like, honestly, you probably could have held it in, right?
I probably could have, but it's for the people, man. I shit for the plebes. Yeah.
Everyone's like, I can't wait 25 years from now. You're gonna kill.
No, and then I shat, and then I look back, applause break. Everyone's like,
Way
yes.
to
Son of a
go.
bitch.
Way to go.
Son of a bitch. That Usama.
Oh my god, that's a good story. Yeah, there is. Where do we go from here?
I think my mind is blank because it wants to
No,
forget
let's
everything.
let's go to the
Oh,
stand.
I just want to say before, I'm sorry for like coming late. I woke up.
Yeah, I was
right
going to
when-
say, is that like a Pakistani thing?
How dare you?
Yeah, you just did the most Pakistani thing. So why are you telling me? Dude, yeah, so I woke up and I just like straight up, I just like frazzled. I'm like, oh my God. Right, I just like drove over here. And like, dude, you live in a, like you don't have the road that goes to First Avenue.
No.
Because you guys don't want poor people to find this place. Right?
Well, this
So
is a
like,
weird.
it slopes around 42nd and it's like hard to find. So if I was a hobo, I would be able to be like, oh, this is the end of the road. It's like,
Yeah,
it slopes in,
it's
yeah.
really anti-hobo. Like
Right,
I like that.
You know the greatest thing about this place is that people just don't understand. Like, oh, why is it called
Yeah.
that? Like the only last time you heard Tudor was in like the medieval times
Right,
for a
right.
royal family.
Yeah.
So
Tudor
tourists-
is actually Dutch for fuck poor people.
I think I'm just gonna sit on a subway for the rest of the day and just blend in with everyone.
And I'm like going up here. I'm just like seeing the tower. I'm walking, and I'm like, dude, I washed my hands today in bath water. You know, what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. And like this guy.
Oh my god,
Oh
it's
my God.
hilarious.
I know. And I walk in, and it's weird because like the walk to your apartment is poor as fuck because you
Yeah.
have like exposed wires that are like held
Yeah.
together by Elmer's glue. You know?
It's horrible. They're fixing up the So there it
So
looks.
why is that? Is it like an old building?
Yeah, this is one of the old. This is like a near landmark.
Mm.
Scarface. One of the scenes of Scarface was like done, like was shot in the at the front, out front of the.
Oh, shit?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Holy fuck.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. That does.
Which scene was this?
I don't know.
I know because it looks familiar, so that's why I actually
Yeah.
Scarface a million times. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen
It
Scarface.
was the scene where Tony was being a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because
Oh,
I was,
every scene.
I was like, I know this because I took a taxi the other night, and like the taxi driver was like, "Did you know that you're in your building like there's a Scarface movie?"
How are you Colombian? You've never seen
He was
that
the
movie?
funniest tour guide.
I don't know, dude. I watched.
You want to fuck with me? You want to fuck with me?
Hey, what are you
You
talking to
wanna
me?
fuck with me?
No, it's not Robert De Niro.
I know.
You
I'm
want-
sorry.
I just did Robert De Niro impression of Tony Montana. Come on. Say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my friend. Huh?
Hello.
Say hello to my
Look at the fish. If you guys could see the face.
friend. Say hello to my friend.
But I haven't. I mean, I saw it when I was a kid because it was like, prohibited.
That's
to-
definitely. That would make
Yeah,
me
there's movies you
functional.
watch just because like, oh no, you can't.
Right.
Oh, you know what
right,
that one
right,
was
right.
for me? It was when I first saw Austin Powers. I did it against my parents' will. They're like, "Oh, you can't see this movie," and I.
Austin Powers crazy. Dude, for me, like taboo in my family, because we're Muslim, right? Was like in Beauty and the Beast when they started kissing. That was like, oh, I'll get some water for him.
So everyone did.
Because we're very, very PC. And like my dad would like fast forward. But,
No
but
way.
when you fast forward, it's just obvious. It becomes obvious that like
It's just like real fast, like,
Right.
oh yeah, they're like dry humping.
Right. And it's like you acknowledge it. Like the easy way to get out of an awkward situation is not acknowledge the awkward situation. But if you start fast forwarding it, it's like, oh, this is awkward.
Is that how you made out with a girl for the first time? Because you saw it really fast. Like,
Right,
this is how it's done.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's fucking funny, dude. Sorry, I'm Muslim. That's fucking funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's good.
That's hilarious.
Way to
Oh,
go.
God, guys, I almost forgot I shot
Hey guys,
myself over there.
you've just
That might have
tuned in
given-
to Brad's first funny moment, guys. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that might have given you superpowers.
I'm not particularly funny.
That's
so,
hilarious. Dude, that's hilarious. That's so my first
Everyone-
kiss. Oh my God.
Wait, look, I want to. I like. I really want. We always ask this question: is how? When did you find out that comedy was like, stand up was like something that you wanted to do?
Okay. I feel like it was. When I was a kid, I wasn't funny. I wasn't like the funny kid, whatever. I was pretty shy and whatnot. But I remember, you guys know what is it? That Shakespearean play? Was it
Yeah.
Caesar or what is it?
A Hamlet?
No, the one with the
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. Is that the name of the play?
Yeah.
So Julius Caesar, and it was like this. The friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my English teacher called me out. It's 10th grade, right? And he was like, "Oh, can you read it out for us, right?" And I don't know what it was, and I wasn't funny before this. I wasn't really a funny guy.
Yeah.
I decided to do like a really like overt British
tone.
accent,
Yeah.
like friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. And I was like in this, and I was like
You
stroking.
were doing
his hair.
act outs.
I was full act out, right?
So just smacking people in the face.
Punching my teacher in the gut. She's dead now. Yeah, just like stroking girls' hair. I was like, lend me your ears, right? And I was getting mad laughs, and I was like, "This is the most amazing feeling I never really had." And before that, I just hated myself the entire time. I had like a complex about my face. I had like girls called me ugly every day.
Wait, what?
No, I wasn't the 10.5 you see.
No,
before.
but like, no. I mean, like,
I wasn't always a
That's not what I'm
10.5.
saying. Like, girls would straight up go like, "You're ugly, Usama."
Amanda Henson and
Name
Julia.
drops.
Hey,
Let's
name
do
drops.
it. Let's do
fucking
it.
do it.
Amanda Henson, let me tell you right now, I'm gonna fuck you in my future. Okay? As the
He's
ultimate
famous.
revenge. Amanda Henson, when I'm big as a comic, you're gonna say, "Hey, good set." I'm gonna be like, "Let's fuck." And Christy Martinez. I hope you're pregnant with quintuplets. I fucking hate you.
We just really got like the darkest part of this whole thing. It's like, all right, well, we got that out of the way.
Yeah, those two girls would call me ugly every day, and I just hated myself. And so like, I remember just having low self-esteem. I would cover my face when talking to girls and stuff, and people in general, because it was just like a manifestation of my lack of confidence. And then one day, I started doing this thing. I did this sort of Julius Caesar thing, and people were loving it. And I'm like, I remember feeling so so
Feeling
accepted, and it was like this void that was like really just like filled for just that moment.
Interesting.
And from then I was like, yo, I gotta follow this feeling.
Yeah.
And and back then I still wasn't funny. I kept doing the British accent. That was my only
That was like, it's like, oh, dude, Usama,
That was my
greatest British accent.
Right,
Dude, Julius Caesar,
Yo.
you should have been in third period that day. It was
my
amazing.
Dude, he's ugly as fuck, but that British accent
Right,
is so
he's so
funny.
funny,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Dude, that's
So
a great
funny.
story. That's a
Right,
great
right.
story.
Awesome, man.
And then I kept doing that. And eventually, I started getting more brown friends, more brown girlfriends, and like the chick friends, right? Then I started doing these dance videos, and that was my second joke, you know?
Yeah.
I started like I did this. It was like snow dance. I did the snow dance, but I did it. I danced like I had like 18 layers on, and I made this video of like me slowly stripping while dancing to a
my
Bollywood song. It's like,
God.
it's the time to disco, right? And I'll show you. I have a video of that. And after this, I'll show you guys. It's so high school, right? And after that, I remember a girl came up to me. She's like, "Hey, funny video." And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then we didn't bang, but like, I was
Because we were 12.
but, right, I smelled her hair after she walked away. I was kept filming it.
Follow the room. Follow the room.
Right.
The muffins are done.
And after that, I was like, yo, this, like, something's here. So I, like, on those two things, I became like the funny dude
Yeah.
in 12th grade, right? And then I started like getting funnier off the cuff and, you know,
Yeah.
roasting
Do a lot
and
of improv.
improv and stuff. And then in college, I really became the funny dude. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this guy's, like, a lot of brown friends, tons of brown friends.
Were you doing stand-up back when you were
No.
in college?
I started stand up in junior year of college. Like, so I was 20. And,
Oh, wow. But
Right.
Still, yeah.
So you've been doing it for like 4 years now.
3.5-ish.
3.5. Nice.
I remember the first time I met you, and you were like telling me about how it was so hard to hit it in Texas. You're Texas, right?
Yeah.
And how hard it was to hit an open mic. It's very similar for Santi when he's in Montreal.
Yeah.
Montreal,
Montreal's a
right?
whole different game.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like the open mics you go to, it's like people there. So
Yeah.
it's instead of, just comics. So you're doing it for people, but you kind of still suck. So you're like, it's a good place to grow. Because when you suck in front of comics in New York, you're just always going to suck for them. No
Yeah.
matter what, some people you'll never, like people from Montreal, they probably think you fucking suck no matter what.
Yeah.
They'll never like your statuses, they'll never.
Yeah.
Because they just like, you were sucked in front of them, right?
Yeah.
So you'll always be a micer and accept that. And I think New York is harder a little bit because, dude, you're in front of so many comics for so
Yeah.
long.
You feel
It's
the way I
crazy.
describe
Yeah.
it, being at an open mic is like the nerd going up to the popular table like, do you mind if I sit with you guys
Oh,
for a
it's
little
perfect.
bit?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's literally that eerie feeling of like, I just want to impress them. I just want them to like me. Because you know you can make an audience laugh.
Yeah.
You can make an audience laugh, like you feel like you're doing something right.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you walk into Karma and it's just
Yeah.
silence and no one gives a
But the
shit.
funny thing about like
Karma, when you walk in, it feels like you're paying for something. It's
You feel like you're trying to earn your right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you did something wrong and you went to Karma Lounge to like, get your lesson.
Karma
like,
indeed, yeah.
Like Karma's here to like give you Karma. It's crazy.
Oh my
Yeah, I've
God.
never had a good set of Karma. Every time I go to Karma, regardless of the show, the
Yeah.
producer is always like, there is like a weird vibe to it. I hosted a show for Francesca Day. That was actually a fun
Dirty Ho.
show. The Dirty Ho comedy show. And like it was fun, but like I didn't have like the show was back to back, like people got laughs and it was a great show. But me hosting it was just like I was in my head the whole time.
Right.
That's how I felt about doing when we did the first church after party, and I just didn't think I was getting a lot of laughs. And then like people would come up to me, like, "Oh, good job." I'm like,
yeah, because I don't think that people like comprehend how hard hosting.
Oh, for
But
sure.
like, they
for
don't
sure.
look. They don't look for you to be funny either, because they're just like, "Oh, that's the guy who's just bringing up the
You,
next guy."
you do the most work for the least amount of dividends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like no one's gonna be like, oh, great hosting. It's comics understand, comics appreciate.
Yeah,
it.
comics do.
But you go up, right? For like if you're not a comic, right? So this is what happens, right? So you go up, and this is like the energies, right? When you go up as a host, right? So you go up cold, right?
Yeah.
No one's drunk.
Yeah.
No one's ready to laugh.
Yeah.
It's weird because stand-up is a freakish thing. It's not a
Yeah.
natural thing. So
No.
a guy going up with the microphone, it's not a natural thing. The human mind knows it when you're watching it.
Yeah.
So you have to be literally clicked into an unnatural state when you're
Yeah.
doing stand-up,
Basically,
right?
when you watch a movie, it's like
Right.
at first you're like, "Oh, let's see what this is all about."
And right. And in a movie, it's even easier to a little bit because everyone knows what a movie is. Like,
Yeah.
when you wake up, you grow up as a person. Societally, you know what a movie is. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
You suspend your disbelief before the first scene almost.
Yes.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
I'm ready for something.
Yeah.
Stand-up is a weird thing where it's like, I can be funny.
Yeah.
This guy's,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like very accessible as an art or as a
Yeah, anyone
thing.
in, like
Yeah.
if you want to do stand, you
Yeah.
can literally just go to any open mic and do it.
Right.
But
So there's this
I
idea
think
that
I think the same idea is that anyone can do. Like, I think in general, not just stand-up alone, like any kind of art form, anyone can do anything as long as you put your time in. You put the time,
Right.
you commit.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
I think
yeah,
the hardest
yeah.
part about the human condition is trying to commit to something and
Whoa.
stick with it.
Yeah.
No,
This is the human condition portion. Of the
Yeah.
where we look
Things are
inward.
real.
Very deep.
Don't try to talk to me like that after you shed your pants.
Guys, life is all about. It's about understanding the threads of fate.
I'm afraid to laugh because I don't know what.
How did you realize he was like trying to be or not to. That's hilarious. Like
But
we almost forgot for a second that it should have spent. Sandy brought us back. Sandy brought us back. He's like, wait a second.
Wait a second.
didn't
This
you just
should be all like
Oh,
eloquent and fun. No, you got a good point.
this is what-
I concur with that.
Yeah. This is gonna work its way into my set somehow. Dude. This is so funny.
This is so
Oh my
funny.
God.
But I will say that like of all comics that I've known, like there's different layers and levels of comedy. Like whenever you go to an open mic, people know who you're like a famous open mic guy.
Me?
Like you're
Like
no, okay, so this
I'm
is
not saying I'm
Yeah.
not saying. But like I remember the first time I saw you, it was like I'm like this guy's gonna make it. Like if there's anyone who can make it,
yeah.
Thank you.
I
Honestly,
you know what I mean? Like,
this is- thank you.
but it's just like you see it, and like I remember like when we the MC Matters, the first show we did, all the sets, like everyone, I mean, because the audience sucked, and it was like Pioneers is a really hard place to
We
do
talked about this
stand
last
up.
time. You're like, oh, it was good.
You were the only one who had a good set
Thank
on
you.
tape.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
That's
Jesus
how-
Christ, this is when you know
Yeah.
that you got something special.
Yeah.
And the thing
Man,
about
I'm blushing, by the way.
can't tell, it's just blending in with your
Yeah.
beard. No, but the thing what I was gonna say earlier about when I met you at Pitt for the first time I actually went up to you because I've seen you go up, and you were with Jimmy Peoples, and I walked up to you and I was just telling you how I just first started, and I'm like, you're really funny, and I'm like, yeah, like I've only done like one mic a week, and this was like when I
Yeah.
first started,
Yeah.
and you're like. And like you,
that bad.
no, like that's like you're
Whoa.
like, what, you're like Jimmy goes, if I don't do 20 mics a week, I'll be mad at myself.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, dude, like I need to do like I
Yeah.
don't remember what the number you gave me, but
At least
like, I'm just-
45. All right.
yeah, something crazy
in a
like
day.
that.
Yeah.
And like the thing, you still do that, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. Like if I had the time and the place, yeah, of course I would do 45 mics a week if I really had it. But you've been first of all, you've been doing it for so long, so you are, and like same with Santi, like you guys are hustlers and you guys
Yeah.
know how it works. Like I'm just a kid who's like I hated acting and I'm gonna start doing comedy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and that's for me is like I looked up to you because like you're
Thank
just
you, man. Thank
you were we're gonna be really honest.
Yeah.
You came to what show is it? It was MSC Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm just coming off Molly right now.
Yeah.
My birthday was last night. And you
Oh, yeah, it was
just-
your birthday.
And
Yeah.
he fucking destroyed.
Destroyed,
And I
yeah.
know what that feels like coming off that.
Yeah.
You're depressed. You have
Yeah.
no energy. You literally don't want to do jack shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, you had one of probably the most like low energy times of
Yeah.
your any set you've ever done, and you just go up
Yeah.
and
Thank
just
you,
wreck.
thank you.
Funny enough, like when my sis saw the tape, she was like, he reminds me of that Indian comic. Every
no.
like
Yeah,
Aziz
here we go.
Ansari, right? And
What's his,
yeah,
Louis CK?
but he's funnier. And I was like, I agree. I mean, I don't know Aziz, like I don't, like
you saw him last night though.
I saw him last night at the Comedy Cellar.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I went to the Comedy Cellar. Yeah, and he did, like
Right.
he's doing like really good, like
Really? Nice.
new things. And
No, I think it's very funny. I just think the problem with him is like he tried to do too many specials in too little time.
Yeah.
He tried to be Lucy K and be like one special a year, and he wasn't good enough for that.
Yeah.
But he's a great comic. You let him give him time, he makes some good bits.
Well, that's the thing that we were talking about. Like Louis has set the benchmark, or like the bar so high.
Carlin.
Carlin,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it was
So like,
Pacific,
and
yeah.
this time, like a lot of comics have the pressure, like to do it like a new 1 hour spec. But no one's. It's like asking an open mic like guy to do 20 minutes. It takes time to get to that level.
I got 8 minutes yesterday.
Right, that's exactly what it is.
You know what I mean?
I can't do that. Like,
So if you're asking someone like like Chris D'Elia or Aziz Ansari to like do 1 hour specials every year, it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah,
because they're not at that level.
But like, look at the example though. Aziz has been doing it longer though, but whereas Chris D'Elia has been doing it for 8 years, 9 years maybe.
Yeah.
So he's really not even at his peak yet. Like,
Yeah.
he's just like he's got great energy, great stage presence. I personally love him for that.
Right.
And he's great with the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
if he's in a
Right,
club,
right.
he
Yeah.
fucking
For sure.
annihilates.
Yeah, like
So-
I love like any like I like it. Like I'm actually into it, but you can tell what's the quality level of any given comic, right? You see a Louis special, like he's fucking
The writing,
He's
the
right, yeah.
presence, the comfortability on stage,
Yeah.
like, the
Act,
timing.
it's just like very subtle act outs with
Yeah.
the voices.
Right. People don't realize how good he is at acting. He's like one of the best
Yeah.
actors, you know.
Yeah.
And he brings that to the. I mean, like the best comics I've seen are the ones that don't tout how hard they work. That
Yeah.
don't say like, "Oh, man, I'm always doing this and this." They're just doing it.
They're
you
doing
know?
it, yeah.
And
Louis just does it.
They're just fucking doing it. Like,
Yeah.
Like if I came up to you, Brad, like, "Hey, what's up? 26th Mike here. I am." It's only what is it? Wednesday. Anyway, see you later.
Yeah.
And I ride up on a motorcycle to the right? Yeah.
Just the ashes going into my mouth. and my
Let's go,
business.
Caroline. I stole your girl. I stole your girl.
That's hilarious. I love
Funny
it.
as hell. So I'll take the next part. What was the worst bomb? Because I've only seen you bomb once.
What was
and I'm
that?
not gonna lie, it didn't even feel like you were bombing. But like I knew you weren't doing like what I've seen. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what was like the worst ever?
It's the worst bomb. I was doing comedy for a strip club, right? And
Was this in Texas?
Yeah, it was for strippers, right? And it was like before their shift and shit. So like it was like a random booking. He's like, "Hey man, you want to do a comedy for strippers?" And I'm like, "Sounds like I'd get laid afterwards." All right, fine. And I go, and it's like 5 or 6 strippers that are just sitting there right before their shift, like smoking cigarettes, dude. It's like they're like rubbing their clits, not having a good time. It's like that's how sad they are. They can stimulate themselves and feel sadder. That's how fucking sad strippers are.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I was like there, and I was like, everyone's bombing, dude. And I get up, right? I'm like literally 5 weeks into comedy, like literally, right? So I go up, right? And the only bits I have this bit about how my dad's awesome. Like I love my dad and how cool my dad is, and he's my coolest guy. And I'm trying to relate this to a gang of strippers. How awesome my dad is, and it's bombing so hard. It's bombing because it's the least relatable thing.
They hate you for doing that.
It's like you have everything
you like
we
your
don't.
dad? I don't know who my dad is. Right?
There's a reason why I'm doing this right
Yeah.
now. It's because my dad's an asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here right now because
Yeah.
And then you know how when you're killing, like the light comes at like 5 minutes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god! All right, guys, I'll get out. When you're bombing, it feels like
It feels
It's
like
like it's
Right.
a savior. It's like you just saw the light. It's like Jesus is gonna
yeah,
save you
yeah,
now.
yeah.
You'll be good.
So I'm sweating balls, right? And I'm like, I bomb a joke with my dad. I'm like, all right, guys, I'll see you guys later. But the host was out taking a smoke, right? So I see you guys later, and no one's coming up. So I was like, my dad's really awesome.
Let's call back
Let's
to
go
my
back.
dad.
Go back to the joke that just wasn't
Right,
landing.
remember that joke you hated? Well, here's 3 more minutes.
Oh my
And
god.
I didn't have anything else. I bombed for like 2 more minutes.
Oh, no.
I whimpered off stage. I
Yeah.
whimpered. It wasn't even a walk. I just like whimpered.
Did you
Did
play
you
when
do
you-
a moping?
Like,
It is
Yeah.
funny when like you have a good set, like you they interview, like you deliver the last joke and like you put the Michael confident.
Oops.
That's.
Was that you getting woken up to come here?
oh,
Oh, you're gonna 11:30 at night? I'll be there.
It's trying to get so funny, dude. I don't even.
I'm telling you that shit gave you superpowers.
He shut out all the.
Is
unfunny
that
parts
my
of it.
go-to? Is like wear an adult diaper
Yeah.
and then do a set.
Watch him be like really funny now, like on stage and then live. Is like, oh, that shit was the unfunny part of it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's out like fucking cancer. No, what was I was. Oh yeah, when when you have a good set, like you put your mic and you're like, oh yeah, I'm the man. Like that was a good set. When you're having a bad set, that like last part when you're not getting. You put the mic like weird, like
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
Always
shaking.
You're always just like, how does this go inside?
And you're like,
though?
and he's like, no, it's they just, and you're like, and you just give the mic to the host when he comes out.
Oh, that's the. I saw yesterday. I saw someone who didn't do well, and they literally just like, okay, that's my time, and they had their hand out.
Yeah,
waiting
like
for the host to come
like
and
it's a
take it for the-
karaoke night.
As it's karaoke night, it's like, oh, you got the next song, and the host is just taking his precious ass time because he doesn't care. It's just like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah,
You're right. You do lose like every element that you've learned.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
it's crazy. That's the idea of like you gotta
forget.
samurais who run life situations.
Yeah.
You know, like in the present day or whatever. Like they're always like trying to like it's like to know your skills in
Yeah.
the heat of battle.
Yeah.
That's what makes a master. Anyone like any basketball player in the NBA can bank threes just if there's no defenders. You know,
Yeah.
In the gym. It's when they're under duress.
Yeah,
under
that's
pressure.
you got the countdown. You got like there's pressure. You
That's
got
massive.
yeah.
And, like, if you do an hour set, there's gonna be a time where you're gonna lose your audience.
Yeah.
And how do you get them back?
Yeah.
That's what
But that's what Dave Chappelle said. Like he said, like don't be afraid of silence.
You should
Like,
embrace-
the
biggest
you
thing,
should-
the
You
biggest
embrace
thing. Yeah.
bombing, and you have to be comfortable.
Like
with the
Chappelle is
idea
one of
that
those
you're not
guys
reasonable.
that's remarkably funny just because he's just like he's a pioneer in comedy. Like he's done things that
Absolutely. He's the guy who pioneered the one punchline a minute sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Where he does a huge story and you're like, is this going anywhere?
Yeah.
And the moment you lose faith, boom, he hits
Yeah.
it. And it's the biggest laugh you've had
Yeah.
all night. He knows how to build tension and break that like a master.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's-
He's awesome. Chappelle has. I mean, my top. Who's your top five?
Top five?
Yeah.
I'm a Louis C.K., Bill Burr, Pete Holmes.
Oh, nice.
I'm a Pete Holmes dude. Pete Holmes is like my spirit animal. I'm a huge Pete Holmes dude.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love Pete Holmes so much, man.
That laugh, man.
Yeah, laugh.
That
please.
fucking laugh.
Yeah.
It kills me.
Not bad at all.
no.
That was a dying goose. Oh God! Whoa.
Yeah, Pete Holmes is awesome. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
was-
He's amazing. And okay, so those are my three, and the last two were always up and down. Brian Regan
Okay.
Okay.
and give me a good black comic. And I said Dave Chappelle probably.
Yeah, Dave
Okay.
Chappelle. Yeah.
So what would you say, like, you're talking about like the typical style of like Dave Chappelle, like what is your writing style, you think? Like when you're writing a joke, what's like the process? Are you writing on stage? Are you actually sitting down for 30 minutes a day banging out a joke?
I like both. I like the idea of writing. I think it's on stage is like being natural, being flowing. It's all the funniest stuff comes out. But I also value the discipline of it. you
Yeah.
know? Like the idea of like sitting down and like, all right, let's make some shit happen, right?
Right.
But the thing is, you draw not from just like, all right, what's weird about pens? You know, that's, that's what Seinfeld has, right? It's a
Yeah.
whole page pens, and here we go. I feel like it's like, what funny thing did I say yesterday?
Yeah.
You know, what
Right.
funny thing? Like, maybe I'll go back through this podcast. Like, what funny shit happened? You know, what organic
Yeah.
funny stuff happened? And then from there, write some stuff. Like, what other stuff? Like, make some flow charts, some word associations, some graphs, whatever. Like, some
Yeah.
visual
You
thing.
do
Yeah.
that.
To like, there's some visual aids to like help out. Like, I do this thing called the tic-tac-toe method. A comic named Nate Guerra told me this from Dallas. He's like,
Oh, Nick Guerra, yeah.
You know Nick Guerra?
I don't know him, but I've seen a couple of his sets.
Last
on
Comic Standing. Yeah. I
Laugh
opened for
Factory
him.
sets.
Opened for him like a couple of years ago. He was like
He's
one
funny, man.
of the first guys to like be like, hey man, let me like take you under my wing a little bit.
Nice.
And he's from Dallas, man. He's really good. And he told me that okay, so like you have a topic like my mom beats me,
Okay.
right? Or
Yeah.
my mom molests me, or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So like mom molests in the middle of the tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Then you have other things around the tic-tac-toe, like mom beat me, or other stories, or
Yeah.
things that just like zoom off. Like one
Yeah.
time he beat my brother, didn't beat me.
Yeah.
One time beat my dad, didn't beat, you know, just some stuff
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah,
right?
that's cool.
And then
Yeah.
you
You
round
wanna
out
write
your
that-
tic-tac-toe.
write it-
Yeah.
you wanna write that down?
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like a visual.
No,
Wow.
like, I'm
Trying to get up in the scene.
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
Hijacking the
No, can I be honest?
So who
Like,
books that? Who books that method? Who books that method?
No, I'm a terrible joke writer. Like I don't think I'm that good, and I
I think that's true.
Dude, it takes
it takes. Oh no, it takes a while. Like I'm in the mode of like I don't want to talk about myself, but I'm gonna say it. But I'm just in the mode of like like the idea of getting good and just being comfortable on stage and just initiating that fact and like not being afraid to just be in the moment because before I
Yeah.
wasn't. Like you called me out, you're just like you feel like you're just saying like da 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 da
Yeah,
da da.
yeah.
You just feel like you're trying to
A little
force a
bit.
joke
Yeah.
and make it funny.
No, but I'll say this, man. I've seen you getting a lot better. I'm seeing your stages.
Oh, dude, he's
uh,
when I first met him,
for
to,
sure,
like,
dude.
he's
So bad.
I
he's
appreciate that.
he's probably one of the few guys that I've seen like get exponentially better,
Yeah,
like
for
in
sure,
6
for sure.
months.
Yeah, as you only do it for 6 months, man.
Eight months.
8 months as of this last week.
Yeah.
Right, and I think when you're doing that for like 8 months, you should kind of like put yourself on the level of guys who've been doing it 4 years. Like, oh, this guy's doing this. Why am I not here yet? It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's time. It's like
No, it's all time, and I
Yeah.
know that. And like I had one of the people I actually
Yeah.
that put me under her wing is Liz Mealy.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for 13 years. She was really close to George Carlin
Yeah,
before he
yeah,
died.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
really, and she's
Right.
a funny girl. Like
Yeah.
really, just it's like this dark yet so clever. Like her
Yeah.
writing is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we were on the train the other day, like just talking, and she just gave me some good feedback. And like we were talking about my old, I don't know if you remember this bit that I tried and I never did anything, but he was the one that came up to me and said it was really funny. It was, about me getting a hand job, and the girl goes, "Well, how do you want your hand job?"
yeah, great. Yeah,
And now I'm
so
going
pretty.
back to it.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time I'm actually going back to an old joke and be like,
Yeah.
okay, let me see what I can do for it. And actually,
But
there
that's
were some laughs,
that's
you
the
know,
thing. Like never like there's jokes that you will make work as you get better.
So
course.
true. You look back and you're like, oh wait, this was the way to deliver that.
Yeah.
And you just it's hilarious how that it's like a sandwich method. It's like
Yeah.
always happens.
That's also another like I heard that's a very useful joke method. Is the sandwich.
Yeah.
There's like something like that. I don't know how it goes.
Yeah.
You guys know it's called the sandwich method.
I know. I've heard of
Something
it.
sandwich. Or talk only about sandwiches.
That's
Have
it.
a good
Talk
10
about
minutes.
every layer of the sandwich.
Yeah.
But
And when you're done with that, bun me. You gotta talk about bun me.
like the thing that I like about you the most is that you're the comic that like your jokes are funny.
Yeah, thank you, man.
But the moment you engage with like what's going on and like the riffs and like the crap work, like all that stuff, it's outstanding. Just because like you got that like likable. Like I'm not trying to. I'm not gonna fuck you. I'm just.
I already felt fucked though.
It
feels good.
good.
Doing it tenderly.
You're
I'm
very,
like,
very good tense.
I'm a big fan. I'll say I'm a big fan of Usama.
Oh,
Like, I'm
hell yeah,
And
hands
likewise.
Yeah.
No, we know. I think the thing that's so interesting about him is just the high energy impact. Everyone just knows like we threw you in the middle of the lineup for Too Neurotic because I'm like, you know what? God forbid anything happens during this show. I want at least like I first wanted you to. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted him to headline, and then I think it was. Either you or someone else that said no, you should put yourself in the middle, keep the energy.
Yeah,
going.
you gotta
and
have.
and it was flawless after that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in the second half did it just as good as the first half.
Yeah.
It was just I
Yeah.
couldn't have asked for a better first.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, I will
first
say
show.
though that anyone who follows Usama, it's gonna bum. I mean, I've seen it many times.
I literally when we go to Pitt and I would go up to Will and I'd be like, "Hey, where am I on the lineup?" And he'd be like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I go, "I don't care where the fuck
Don't
I am,
put
but
me
if
at-
I have to follow Eagle or Usama, don't put me up." I'm not
Eagle, I don't
want-
mind. Like he's got he's.
You heard that, son? You heard that, son?
And cuts.
No.
Eagle, I'm gonna tag you in this.
He's a great comic, and I think he's like one of the funniest too. But I'm just saying, like, your energy, like to match that, like people want like or like it's like going after someone who played fucking Wonderwall at a fucking open mic or
Oh, you
something.
could follow Wonderwall.
Yeah, maybe that was not. Maybe
Wonderwall because
That was pretty funny comedy, huh?
so this guy on the guitar here.
Yeah, like like go after something that's been high stakes. Then you're like, I need to bring my A game.
I feel
So you got that pressure of like the guy who after the show, the guy who went after him.
I just calmly just move my seat and just like gesture. No one knows what's going on, but I'm
He's
not
selling
wearing
his package,
pants.
just like
I'm not wearing pants.
By the way, viewers, I just got a huge view of Brad's 2-inch flaccid right now. It's smaller than it looks.
Hey, we're all fighters here. You know?
We're all fighters. That's what he says to the girl when after he bares his dick. He's like, "Is that it?" He's
all
like,
fighters here.
"We're all fighters here.
No, I know. I have.
We're all up in these streets trying to make it happen."
I will address why I moved because I have this thing called, and it's gonna sound like made up, but it's called patellofemoral syndrome, and it's like when your knees tighten up by the bands. And
Oh, really?
when I like lost a ton of weight, I was using the treadmill, and it like my kneecaps were just smashing on like as you're running. Which, by the way, don't use the treadmill; it's very bad for you.
Yeah.
But and then I started going to PT, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't stretch enough, and since you lost all this weight, all the pressure's off your knees, and now it's all screwed up.
Holy
so
shit.
I have to like when I sit on airplanes, buses, I always have to make sure I have at least enough leg room to just stretch out. So like if I'm sitting at my desk, I walk around like 20 times around the office. And go back and forth. Like now, like sitting here, like I have to just stretch out my legs. So I'm sorry to give you a basic instinct.
good
Listen,
view.
man, I don't care about your knees. I care about my own view.
It's just like exposed.
Yeah,
it's just like
I don't care if you're dying of like fucking breast cancer. Keep your dick in your pants. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, it's just good. Oh, I was saying that the guy who went after you at Brad your show,
Let's drop names.
the tall guy.
Mushman.
Yeah, Mushman. You had a great set. You were like, you destroyed. And then he went on like, oh, I can do this too. I can do crap work. I can like do all this stuff. Which I don't know if he probably,
in his defense, I think he's a very funny dude as well. All right, but anyway.
No, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying like to match. So he wanted to be like that nonchalant, aloof guy. And
Hard
he,
to figure out how to follow.
and then he tried to do that. I don't know the guy, but he tried to do the exact same thing you did. And he didn't do it well, so he didn't have a good set.
Right.
All I'm saying is that there is this expectation of like, I need to follow this guy. How the fuck am I gonna do that?
Right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Honestly, very nice of you. Honestly.
No,
Yeah, probably like
this is very nice.
probably. I'm gonna stop.
My dick is very tender right
I'm
now,
stopping.
I'll just jump off that. I got a story. I had to follow Big J Okerson at.
Oh yeah, that's
Club.
crazy, by the way.
That was the craziest thing I ever do. So like.
And he told me that you did well.
Yeah,
man.
he
told me,
did
for
very
a
well.
Big J follow.
Yeah,
That dude is like. I mean, I would never want to follow.
I would never want to follow.
He's too loose. Like he's fucking.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. So I thought Big J was closing out the show, but I didn't realize how late the show was going to start. And this was Peter Payne. It was Bringer, obviously, and
Way to fucking promote.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Peter Payne,
No,
whatever.
the thing is, like,
And they sold Pepsi afterwards. Real tasting and flavorful.
No, the thing that killed me though is that I didn't know. So like the dude who was running the show goes, hey, by the way, you're gonna go first, and I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, we're gonna talk about some sex toys or whatever, and then you're gonna go on. I go, okay. And I knew Big J was gonna be there. Like it was in the flyer, and I'm like, oh, he's probably gonna just close out the show, whatever. No, he's just like, oh yeah, Big J's here. We're gonna bring him up, and you're gonna do, talk some sex, and he literally does 30 minutes. By the way, I have to tell you, he had a hard time.
Yeah.
He had a hard time because a lot of the crowd was talking in between.
Well, the crowd was like, it was one of those crowds that was like, there's like groups of people talking on their cell phones, are drunk, it's midnight.
And you're
late night shows are always
Yeah.
tough, man. Late night shows,
Yeah.
people are drunk and go there. They're already drunk.
Yeah.
It's like rowdy crowds,
And they, it was just really ironic because there was like this line of girls who just could not give two shits. what I
Oh
had to say.
shit, man! And when girls don't
Well,
give
like,
two
and
shits
you're
about you,
like,
they make you know that.
You were too white for that show.
Oh really? Was it a black show?
It was like
I'll be honest.
Urban?
Yeah.
70, is that TPC?
Yeah.
70% African American, 30% or less was my friends.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
so it was like
High
when he-
melanin count.
Yeah, when he got on, like I was like, yeah, he's gonna die. He's gonna.
He's gonna die.
And I told everyone before I go, I don't care how bad I
Call
do.
the funeral office.
Yeah.
Listen, Ortiz, we need a. He's gonna
Ortiz.
die.
I literally said to everyone, I go, I don't care how shitty I do up there. Don't you dare scream pain. I don't want to deal with it. And I found out that I love hot wax. It is a new love of
That's a
mine.
great joke too, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
thank
a
you,
great
thank you,
joke.
thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I love hot wax.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, what would you say is your favorite joke that you've ever written at this point?
People want me to say pussy dubstep, right? But I know.
It's a flawless.
Yeah, thank you,
That
man.
too, so.
I that was the first bit that really smashed, But for viewers, most people who don't know who I am, it's a joke I do where I beatbox, and then I say how it's an amazing third base, right? And then the ladies, it's what is it? It makes for some fantastic third base.
Yeah.
And then I look at a girl.
Are you getting nervous? You're playing with that bag.
Oh, I'm in a show mode right now.
Yeah, show mode.
And then I look at I usually this is the behind the scenes of that joke. Right?
How to make a good joke.
So I look at a girl in the crowd who looks like her boyfriend is least okay with me doing what I'm about to do to her.
Yeah.
Right? So I look at a guy who's some jabroni whose arms are crossed, right? And then I look into her eyes and I'm like, because girl, you really haven't lived until you've experienced that pussy dubstep. And then I go
It's so good.
into her face. I do like the pussy lips thing into the hand, and then usually it doesn't work in the first 2 seconds, and I gotta keep writing it and really just like eye contact and getting closer and make it so awkward that I can't. But really,
But that's the joke that you have so many tabs in that joke.
whole,
5 minutes or like, and then I go to a different dude and I do it to his dick, and it's like weird. And I really I flesh it out, I think, and then that's a really good joke. And it really always kills unless it's like a really prude crowd.
Yeah.
Right.
And if it bombs, it has bombed once, and when it bombs, whoa.
Yeah,
does it
that's
bomb.
the kind of
That's-
joke
yeah,
that when
yeah.
it bombs is like a painful, like.
Bro, it's just like, whoa, okay, I gotta wipe off the pussy on my shirt. Just wipe up my face. Okay, anyway.
That's how
my
like,
God.
it's funny. That's how we said to like when we had Jesse on Les 2 weeks ago, and he was talking about like because you know how his whole thing is like a character.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like watching that bomb would be really interesting. Just like
Right,
seeing
right.
and like seeing like with you high energy. I remember one time we saw you go up and you go, "Hey guys, remember when I was killing like 2 minutes ago?"
Yeah.
And then everyone got back on board
Yeah.
so fast. 'Cause everyone's like, "I do remember that joke." Like you know, it's like
Yeah.
that's so easy to like get that because you have that like ability factor. It's like and the same thing with Santi too. Like it's like things could be going not so great,
Right.
but at the same time you're like, "Hey guys, like I'm still a funny guy," and everyone's like,
Right,
"All right,
right,
you're
right.
still
Yeah,
funny."
but that's what gives you like when you do it for like a couple of years, then you know that sometimes your jokes are not gonna go well. So you
They shouldn't
Oh,
always go well. If
Yeah.
you're trying new shit, they shouldn't always go well.
yeah.
That's not your growth.
So yeah, so you got to go into like either like just like riff on whatever is topical, like whatever's going on. You know, like there's different steps to like.
It's people like and laugh at presence, right?
Yeah.
So if you're present and truthful, so like when I said, "Oh, remember 2 minutes ago when I was killing," that's me knowing. That's callback. That's also me being in the moment right there, right? As in like, hey, this is happening, right? So
Yeah.
it's a combination of those. It's a very powerful reaction. It's
You're
like you're
acknowledging.
being preference. You're saying
Yeah.
the truth while being
Yeah.
present, while calling back. To
Right,
something.
Yeah.
right.
It's a guarantee.
Yeah, the moment you see a comic that's not it's not acknowledging. Like if someone's on their phone
Yeah.
and he's just telling his joke about like
yeah,
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna.
It's too much of like I think it's the idea of that you're shutting out the audience. It's like you have to let them in. Like if you don't let them in at all, they're not gonna be into your jokes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like stop telling your routine, invite us. Like let us know why you're here. You're here for us. You know,
Yeah.
they know that. So
On that note, are you a single man right now, or are you dating someone?
that has nothing to do with what we were talking.
God. Thanks for the segue. Oh, this is a tough one.
Are you seeing someone?
Kinda. Right.
cool.
Where's the option that says we bang every other Friday? What's that?
That's usually E on the multiple
Yeah,
choice
yeah.
test. So I was like, what does that one mean?
No, it's this girl I'm kind of seeing. She's cool, and we're kind of like I'm going out with her and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
Molly with her and stuff, and I've known her for a long time.
Is she a comic?
And she's not. She's funny
Good,
though.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, she's cool, and I'm kind of seeing her. But you know, New York,
Yeah.
you know these streets. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But,
bro-
Yeah, but that's interesting because we were the follow-up question to that is like, would you rather hook up with a comic or would you rather date a comic opposed to a girl who's just very supportive of what you did?
Girls are very supportive. I think the comic, there might be ego involved eventually, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can say all I want, like, hey, we're going to take out the ego, and then blah, 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 and we're good no matter what. And then she gets Letterman, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
you know? I didn't even know he was still on the air. Okay. How did you get Letterman? You know?
Oh my God!
Right?
That's fantastic.
That's how good she is. She's just
That's
like
interesting.
performing for Letterman in his house, you know?
Yeah.
And that would really get to me, you know. And I don't ever want that. I have gotten down with a couple of comics, and it's been an amazing experience. Wow. Wow.
You know who
That sounds like how I'm gonna open, like how I'm gonna bring them up on stage if I'm hosting. This next comic, I did stuff with her. It was an amazing experience. Please give it up for.
That's like Hannibal's bit where he's just like this next bit and this next girl,
Yeah.
it's the bitch who broke my heart.
Yeah.
This mediocre blowjob. I should probably stop using her name.
Oh, that's so funny.
Right. But I think I prefer not comics.
Yeah, it's
one and done. If it's like, you know, if it's.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can make it work, yo.
Dude,
It's always about the situation and what you put in.
Sometimes you gotta get your dick wet, son.
you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
It just-
We doing brunch. We doing brunch, big baby.
My thing is like, is a girl being funny important to you? Like, is that something that is a high quality of?
I
like,
think more so it's me being funny to her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's
No,
like-
I understand that.
Probably having a sense of humor. It's
That's what
more
I'm
than-
saying. Like understanding your.
The closest I ever feel to a girl is like that's how I relate to people. I'm making them laugh, right? That's how I feel part of this human connection thing. Is
Yeah.
by making them laugh. When I get
Yeah.
a laugh, I'm like, oh, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Right.
We're relating now. That's really how I do it. If I can't make a guy laugh, it's weird to me. It's like
Yeah.
I can't.
It's like
How do I work
when you're
with this?
bombing in real life.
If I real life, right.
Posing to a crowd. Yeah.
Right, and it's like eventually you accept it. Like, all right, this guy's not. He doesn't
doesn't think I'm funny, yeah,
That's
right,
just fine. It's so subjective.
Yeah,
this fucking
yeah,
thing
yeah.
we do. It's fine, but it's still like the way I connect better with people is how I make them laugh.
Yeah. course.
But if a girl makes me laugh as well, I want her to be funny, but not as funny as me. That's
Yeah.
literally if you're gonna break it down. Like
think,
I
yeah.
want her to have a comeback, but then me to smash her. After that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have one or two comebacks, but I always win this comeback. All right?
Oh my God.
Don't get it twisted, baby.
That's unbelievable. I think we'll close out the relationship portion of this show with what's your virginity story?
Oh yeah.
Virginity?
When, yeah. When did you lose?
Virginity?
Virginity?
What's your
Yeah.
virginity?
All right. Actually, I have a bit about this, honestly. But, okay, so I was Muslim, right? For a long time.
You were?
I am, but more mystical, which basically means I eat pork now. Yeah.
Because it's cheap.
That's funny. But I just realized
It's just like seeing a Muslim kid just putting down pork.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's a funny idea, man. But
Was it a pig?
no, that's I said that's when you're so impressed with yourself.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, I'm so
Yeah.
good.
So it was like I was very Muslim and I was like very not. I got down like kissed and like
Yeah.
and sucked
Beauty and
and
the Beast.
and but never the penetration, right? And I was down.
If you wore a condom,
Never
it would
the
just dry rub
penetration.
against it a little bit.
Never the finish.
Never the penetration. But I was after a club party. I was in a brown frat growing up in college. It was 21, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Virginity.
Oh, 21.
21. I was straight.
Wow.
What was that?
I would. Yeah, that's. I would. I don't know.
Well, that's what we were thinking before when we thought of the
No, I
question.
thought you had a lot like. And it seems. I don't know.
I thought it
Knowing
was
you
the older-
now, it
yeah.
seems
I thought it was
weird
the
to be
around-
21.
I think I'm very confident, very kind of like suave, hot dude right now. But like
Right now. This
right
has
now.
been. This has taken me a lot of work.
But when he goes to hair and makeup before the Today Show.
But I got my first kiss in freshman year of college. That was my
Really?
first kiss, for sure.
Wow.
I was weird, man. This makes sense now. I'm a comic, right?
Oh.
Like I was a weird, ugly dude who had no confidence, and I used to put on makeup. I used to put on makeup on my face. You know?
No, you're not. No, you
Straight
didn't.
up. I used to go
Oh,
to
that's
school.
awesome.
I used to go to school in makeup, like, and I just cover up my face.
What did you?
What did I use? L'Oreal.
No, I mean, like, what did you actually like? You say makeup, but like, specify, like, what did you?
My mom shit. Like so, like brown, and I just.
Would
So
you
you
just
like,
like,
yeah,
you put
were
like
you, like,
foundation on your face?
Is that foundation? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
layer,
fine.
yeah.
But like, were you
Yeah.
insecure about like like pimples and shit like that?
Pimples, like my nose. I thought I wanted to round it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Wow.
Like moles a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But I was like, I don't know why I did that. This is so
No,
stupid.
dude, it's when
But,
you're
like,
like, I
that's
was the same.
interesting.
I've been always very self-conscious about my nose.
Right.
But now I'm okay with it. But like back.
And it looks fine. And
Yeah.
in your mind, you're like, dude,
Yeah.
Why
they just.
do you think people are obsessed with plastic surgery? They
Yeah.
think there's all these little imperfections.
Right,
Yeah.
dude.
So
I do.
insecure, yeah.
And I was very inconfident. And then I finally got this girl. I don't know, by being a total beta male, one of the first loves of my life. And then I got her, and then she was like, "Yo, stop putting on makeup. Everyone knows."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
What? She called you out on
I
that.
know it was for 3 years. I'm like,
Oh, perfectly
my
well
oh,
skewed.
and it all crashed down, and I'm like, yeah, I knew everyone knew. I was like,
It was a bit.
yeah, it was a bit. I was Andy Kaufmaning. I was doing it, and then I didn't even have sex with her. I had sex. I didn't plan on having sex at all. And then one day I was like, I might go to New York for comedy. I don't want to move to New York without ever having done this.
Yeah.
So but still, I'm like, I don't know how to ask a girl for sex. Like, how do you just go up to her like, hey,
How much
listen,
does one
it's
cost
for New York.
to do
I'm
sex?
moving.
I
so-
need to get it
like,
done.
And you do sex
It's
on
a
your body?
condition, please, please. Okay, but I didn't know how to do it. And I was like really weirded out, and I still didn't want to do it. I was kind of weirded out. And then one day in February, what is it? March 13th, March 13th, to the day. I was
It's
at-
funny that you're like, yeah, it's the
yeah.
13th of March.
Yeah. And it was at a club party, a brown club party, and this brown girl who I've been kind of like, like flirting with. She comes to me and she's like, I thought that was the night that we were gonna kiss like animals. you know?
Yeah.
Kiss like animals.
Yeah.
I'm
But yeah.
gonna kiss the shit out
Right,
of
I'm
you.
gonna
I
make
like
the
kissing
fuck
fuck.
out of you, right?
Yeah.
That's as far as my dirty mind went. That's
Yeah.
how good a boy I was, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Jesus. You
And then
didn't
she comes up-
fantasize about it.
And she comes to me, she's like, I'm gonna be the best fuck you ever had. And I'm like, what?
Then you just heard the body music and like you guys were both dancing.
In my mind, I was like,
He was just-
right. Like the bangla just goes off in my head. Right? I'm like, let's a fucking on in the bird of a day. Okay. So this is hilarious.
This is so good.
Wait.
just realized how funny the story is.
This is such a good
Tell me
story,
like the
dude.
cast of like some dog just came out and started
Right,
dancing
right,
in the
right.
back.
Cum dog millionaire. That's what I like.
Little you know that is probably something. Oh my god.
So I'm driving. She does that and she leaves, right? And then she texts me like, hey, meet me at 2 p.m. 2 a.m.
that's the-
and this is my first time having sex.
Yeah.
It's not like rose petals and like, oh baby, we're gonna be together forever, right? It was like porn star shit, right?
That's peak
Yeah.
time. I read an article. It's 11 to 2 is actually one of the most desirable times to have sex.
Right,
And
right.
6 to 9 in the morning.
Right. I think she would have wanted to fuck me at 3 a.m. too.
If you're a 1, you can fuck.
Yeah. Sorry, closed up for the night.
The
Jacked up.
magazine said so.
Right. Put a picket sign. We'll come back tomorrow. Right?
With a time, they're like, they're shitting
Right. Write your name. We'll get back to you.
Right. Email.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
So you go.
Right. So I'm driving. I don't even know how to put on a condom yet. You know what I'm saying? I've never put on a condom.
I've been there, my friend.
Right? So I go to 7-Eleven. It's like 1:30 a.m.,
Are
right?
you asking the guy?
I walk in, and guess who is there, right? Some fucking brown uncle who is so happy to see me. He looks at me like I'm the first brown dude he's seen in 3 years, right?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, if you knew what I was here to buy, you would not be so happy, right? So I get the Trojans.
Yeah.
I'm like, these look healthy, right? So I go and I have no idea, right? I was like, lubricated? That must mean it's good. Okay, then I go, and I and he looks at the condom, he looks at me, and he's like, oh, you're one of those Indians, right?
Oh,
He said that?
Yeah, you're
That
one of those
is
Indians, right?
fucking-
And then I'm like, fuck, okay, just give me the fucking condoms. And I put it on my credit card so my parents don't see, right? And then I take the condoms, and I'm in the 7-Eleven parking lot, and I don't know how to put on a condom, right? So I'm in the parking lot, I'm like, I gotta use one of these to figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
And then so I'm in the parking lot behind a door, right in the bushes,
Yeah.
just like figuring out how this. All right, so you howdy, any Lucy, and people are just walking by, and they're like,
this is so good.
and I mean, my pants are still on. I'm just like, my dick's facing the door. So I open the door. I'm just like facing the door, right? And I finally get it on. I'm like, all right, cool. And
Oh, we're good.
all right.
I'm gonna wear it.
All right.
I'm gonna
And
wear
scene.
it.
Right. Like, I was wearing Trojans. You know how Trojans was a fake horse?
Yeah,
I was like
yeah.
a fake guy who had sex before, you know? So I went inside, and she was drunk as fuck, right?
Yeah.
So she was a huge girl, and she was like kind of like a big girl, plump and big, and she was drunk, right? And she was like, "You're not a virgin, are you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not a virgin.
Oh.
I just haven't had sex in a long time, right? So if I suck, it's because I haven't had sex in a long time.
Yeah.
But I had an era back then when I was just
Was she-
Rolling
was she-
in the.
Was she
was
buying?
like-
Was she like, oh,
She did.
okay.
She was drunk enough to buy it. She was like, yo, baby, I got you. I'll be on top, right? So she gets on top of me, right? Does 2 strokes and then passes out on top of me. Right? Just passes on top of me.
I told you it was 203.
Right,
you
right.
Were fucked from the start.
Straight up, pass on top of me, right? And it's like this huge girl just falling on me, right? So picture like just a ball of dough if you throw it at a stick of cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a dick's inside of her. I'm like, okay, so I gotta like push. I use my elbow, push her up. I use my knee. I fucking like.
Wait, how big was this girl?
Like just to cover, you couldn't see. You could see 2 little legs pop out and a head. That's it. Like you can see like a head and just 2 legs, right?
Oh, so she was a bigger girl.
I don't know. And then I popped out. I was like, she was hot though, big, plump and hot. And
Yeah,
I
the
pushed
good,
her off.
the good fat.
Don't you worry.
She was like
listeners.
avocado.
Don't you listen to worry. She was avocado sexy. And I
Avocado
right.
sexy.
And her body was green. It was crazy. And I threw her off, right? And then I'm like.
He's doing act outs, by the way. So
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
using
yeah,
his
I'm
own
in
act right
I'm in
now.
full act out. And I'm like, yo, this is sex? Listen, yo, God, I am sorry. You were right the entire time. This blows, all right?
This is why you're trying to hide out.
But
I have so much more fun at home when I'm practicing.
Right. When I practice for the Lord, it's funny. And yeah, I'll just only in her name from now on, God.
Oh my
And
goodness,
then
such it.
I had like a 1-year relationship with her. I kept banging her every once in a while, and it spoiled me. It was like a porn star relationship where she would just come over and I'd be like, yeah.
Hands down the best story
That is
of how to.
insane.
No, this is seriously.
Like,
dude,
it's not
there-
anticlimactic at any point. Where you're just like, okay, so they just had sex.
Is this a joke?
No.
Have you made this into?
I should probably start working on it a little bit.
Oh,
right?
there you
Oh
go.
yeah,
You're
dude,
welcome.
that
There you
is
go.
a fucking good
Brought
story.
that back to
dude.
life.
Thank you, man.
That was amazing. Yeah,
Thank
my, my virginity is nothing like that. Mine's just really sad.
Yeah.
During the day, girl comes over, and I go, "You want to just fuck?" That's the words out of my mouth. Because she refused to go down on me, and then she attempted to do the titty fuck.
Ah, the titty fuck.
That classic.
It didn't feel great. I'm not gonna lie, movies make it look better. And I guess after I said it, she's just like, yeah, gets on top. I throw on the condom. I'm like, in full
Throw on a
sweat.
condom.
This is
Slap on
college.
a condom.
Just like,
freshman.
Whoa!
man.
It was freshman year of college. It was like the third week of school, so I was already late for class.
Oh, how old were you when you lost yours?
18.
18?
Okay, everyone's 18 when they bang.
Yeah, and we do it, and I last like 2 minutes, and I literally, as I finish, I go, "Is this a bad time to tell you I'm a virgin?"
Oh.
Oh.
And she goes, "Oh my God, I feel so bad." And I go, and my words to her were,
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
and then I go, pause for laugh break. That's good. And then I go, you know what? It's
so
okay.
funny.
I wanted to get this over with. And then I was late for class. I sprinted to
You
class.
smelled like jizz, probably.
Like semen.
Oh
Condom was
my
probably still on my
God.
dick. I don't know. And
You're doing a presentation on syphilis in the New World.
it was a dialogue class, and I had the paper in my hand, and I come in my seat.
Yeah.
I'm
Come in your seat?
I'm literally. I'm
Just like, yeah.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
pouring sweat, and then the teacher asked a question. I raised my hand, and I answered to look like I was there the whole time. And then my friend whispers, because my friend was sitting behind me, she's like, "Brad, like, what happened?" I literally turn around, and I'm not even kidding. I go, "I got it wet."
Oh, shit.
And she's just like, she was crying the entire time, laughing. Like it was, and like I was dehydrated the entire class. I probably could have passed out at some point, and I didn't. But yeah, I'm like not as crazy as you.
Dude,
Mine's sad. Mine's
yeah.
really
It was
sad.
funny though, man.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine, I was 14.
Oh my God.
You just figured out how to
Fucking
do it.
these fucking Spanish people, man.
I know.
You guys like fuck it like 12.
They hear Ricky Martin once and they're like, yo.
Yeah,
That's too
Yeah.
old for you guys, right?
Dude, no,
Ryan,
I was
14 is like,
was,
yo, Santa, you fucking lame ass.
I was weird. I was the first one. I was like, it was horrible.
Where at? Was it like third grade?
This is in Colombia?
Yeah, I was in Colombia
14
for.
is high school. It's
High school.
it's
It
freshman
was
year of high school.
now
8th grade.
yeah I think it was like 10th grade.
Well,
No,
you're 14.
no,
This is
ninth
America.
grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ninth grade, yeah.
And yeah, it was the first time too, and it sucked because she started bleeding. Like, she was
Yeah.
like, it was just like a crime scene in my pants. And yeah, it was not fun. I didn't like it, but I would lie to my friends. I was like, yeah, it was great, man.
Oh, obviously.
That's the first thing you do. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, it was epic. I literally told my friends, I go,
Epico.
I
Yeah,
lasted.
bingo, yeah.
I was pretty honest with my friends. I go, I don't think I lasted longer than 3 minutes, to be honest. Like,
I lasted, but I would have lasted a long time.
Well, you had
If
two pumps
If
and
she
you-
didn't,
she
if she
fell.
didn't pass out,
you were probably like, your adrenaline was going.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm this good. She passed out.
I came with the fact that I survived. That's like, oh
Like,
my
you
God.
actually didn't like die in some
Right, right.
That's fun.
Do you still talk to that girl?
See, we had a thing for a long time, then we didn't have a thing. Then I started seeing another girl, and she came back after summer. She's like, "Hey, you want to start this up again?" And I was like, "Nah." And then she was like, "Come on," and I was like, "No." And then that was it.
Oh, so you haven't spoken.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one of my good friends started banging her, and then I think
That's a good
That's it,
pass on.
I think he beats her too. There's that.
Is that how it goes? Is that how it goes back there?
Did you ever do brunch with her? Yeah, you're probably too young to do brunch.
That's a good segue.
Right, right. Very, revealed. God, that's hilarious. Okay. No, I never did brunch. I did eat her out once though, so I don't know. I ate her out once at 12:30. So is that brunch?
Yeah, buddy.
That's definitely
You,
brunch.
you do have obviously a great bit about the whole
Yeah,
honeymoon
yeah.
dregs.
Unfertilized.
That's
Unfertilized.
great. No, that's great though. Like, and like, did that did happen though? Like, you had a pregnancy.
Yeah. The pregnancy scare was that was here. That was actually in New York.
Oh wow.
When I first came. That was. Oh God, that's bad. I
Yeah.
had another one on April Fool's Day. That was bad too. But like.
Wait, that's the biggest joke.
Was it a joke? It was like
No, she just texted me on April Fool's Day, like, "Hey, I'm pregnant."
and you're like, yeah, fuck you.
But I know. I said, "Fuck you."
Ah, what?
No. And then I said, "Fuck you." And then she's like, "No, I'm really pregnant." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm here for you. Whatever happens, we'll get it done together." And she's like, "Happy April Fool's Day." And I'm like, "Oh, you almost had me." And she's like, "No, I was just wishing you a happy April Fool's Day." come with a test on Friday. I'm like,
Oh my
You
god.
don't wish it like, oh
I
yeah.
what
know.
happened?
Who does that? Who does that, dude?
You do the joke, then you
You can't do a callback to something that wasn't really
Right,
a joke.
right.
Oh my
Happy April Fool's Day. And I-
Way to fuck around with your
I
brain.
know.
So what happened?
So I went on Friday to Harlem, and obviously,
I really like that the story
Is she,
goes.
Obviously.
is she Hispanic?
yes, she was.
Of course she
son
was.
of a
Fertile motherfuckers, dude.
They were just tube tied.
I know. And then I walked, and then she came up. She's like, "We good, Poppy, we good."
Poppy, we good.
Poppy, we
We are good.
And then I hugged her. Then I hugged her, and she's like, "I think I'm pregnant again." I'm like, "Ah, you fucking fertles.
Wait, so that was probably maybe the worst brunch you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you have?
Let's talk full of funny stuff today. We're having a good time.
Yeah,
having a
this
great
is
time,
so
man.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you've been
god,
awesome.
dude, this is so fun.
Well, it all started with
God, dude, we forgot about this. We went like a good 50 minutes without saying so. Brad shit himself.
what? I didn't even. Oh yeah, that
I
happened.
forgot Brett shit his pants. I'm gonna try my mom one more time and see.
We'll get it. We'll try to get it one more time.
Yeah.
You have a favorite brunch spot?
Favorite brunch spot? One time a girl and I went to Lips, that drag queen place where you.
Oh,
right?
we have one in Florida.
That place was. It's one in New York on like something, and it was super good. I highly suggest it. Lips. It's like
Is
a
it
drag
like
queen.
a bottomless one too?
What?
Is it a bottomless?
Bottomless mimosas? Yeah.
How
it was,
much?
I don't know, man, but it's good.
We
It's
should
damn
go.
good.
We should take
Yeah.
people and go.
It's damn good. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Maybe
well,
we'll go one time when I have pants. So
I don't know. It's a drag queen place, but I think
I
they're
think
into it.
You're
probably
good
fit in
to-
really well. They're
Yeah.
like, so what are you doing, sweetheart?
Get out of here. Never mind. All right, I tried again. It didn't work.
yeah.
What's your go-to brunch item?
I'm just classic omelet, dude, man.
Yeah.
I'll go
Anything
on.
particular in the omelets?
Scrambled eggs, pepper.
That's not an omelet.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Okay, you white people. Jeez, Louise. Oh my God. I
Are
like.
you supposed to go to like MIT or something?
Jeez.
Eggs. Shit. What are eggs?
and like it is, but yeah.
Wow, that's the whitest thing. That's not an
If
omelet.
there's
not an
anything that
omelet.
Brad
Jeez.
would know, it's about brunch,
I
and
know.
like every single item, like that's not like.
I know the brunch.
In
menu.
his defense, that was a stupid mess up. Yeah, sorry. When I said omelet, I meant scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs with like peppers and like, just like red peppers and pepper. And
Yeah,
peppers.
nice. Are you a vegetarian? No.
No, not at all, bro. I eat fucking pork. Remember that?
Oh yeah. I was-
Callback.
Mystical
Call
Muslim.
back.
Mystical Muslim.
And would you say are you a mimosa guy? I would assume
What's that?
you are a mimosa guy.
Mimosa dude, yeah. So I'm a mystical Muslim in the fact that I drink alcohol and I
Love pork.
love pork.
Do you have any like things like actually no, I don't even need to ask that because the crazy thing that happened at brunch is when I got the pregnancy scare. Do you have
Yeah.
anything to top
Yeah.
that? Like I don't think you.
Well, I had a pregnancy scare once.
Well, he once came to do a podcast and
Yeah, and
the
then-
the host just shed his pants
during
before he
brunch,
went out.
essentially, yeah. This is probably worse than you getting pregnant. It's just-
you didn't have brunch food. That was the body penalizing you for not having.
Yeah,
good
he's
brunch
like,
food.
dude, we were expecting brunch,
right,
brother.
right. Yo, eggs Benedict, motherfucker. What is this?
and then
Chili
I'm like
fries?
chili cheese.
Yeah.
fries. No.
What are we? 3 p.m. in Arkansas? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my god. Well, this has been awesome, dude.
So
Thank you
fun,
so much
so
for
fun.
having
Thank you.
Yeah,
so much.
this was so much fun. Thanks for coming, dude.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thanks for being on the podcast.
Well,
Big fan. When you make it big, don't
Dude,
forget about
I'll
the
forget you guys
the
forever.
little people.
Yeah. Yeah.
This has been fun.
Awesome. Thank you guys. And thank you to stamps.com.
We don't have any sponsors.
We don't have any sponsors. I don't think we will get a sponsor
Listen,
after this
After
episode.
that, yeah, probably diapers or something like that.
No, we should.
Pampers,
We're gonna-
Pampers.
Next time you
Pampers?
come to this apartment,
Pampers,
it's gonna be like
yeah.
lined up with freaking baby
Right.
diapers and baby food.
Yeah.
And then laxatives.
Like
Just
Gerber
sort
and
of-
lactate. Jesus Christ! All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the
Keep
Brunch
it crispy.
Buddies.
Yeah, keep
No,
it crispy.
shut up.
I love that
No,
line.
you
I
can't
love
take
it.
his line.
And we're not taking his line. It's just we're honoring the fact that he's
Yeah.
an awesome guy.
Oh, he is. Pete Holmes is a great guy.
Yeah.
Crispy.
All right, guys. Thank you so
buddy.
much for listening, and don't shit your pants.
Yeah, I'm Brad.
I'm Santi Empanadas.
Have a good day, guys.
Usama.
No one
Doesn't shit his
cares.
pants.
No one cares.
All right,
guys.
cheers, guys. Thanks.